Hello, party people. It is me, Steady Eddie. You may have seen from the title that I have uninstalled ESO, and I wanted to make an actual serious video today saying why. And I'm not. This isn't a Steady Eddie. Oh, haha. He's pretending it's going to be all serious and then it's going to be a laugh kind of thing. No, I genuinely, because it's beyond now. Okay, I cannot play this game anymore. I cannot support it. I just cannot fathom the state it's in. And I'm hoping the fact that I like meme a lot and joke around a lot maybe rubs in the point a bit more or something. I don't know, because I'm not a discussion channel. You know, I don't sit here. Is there no one else sitting here and talking about, let's talk about the changes we need to make? It's just beyond now. I haven't done that before, and I'm hoping that by me doing this, maybe it have some sort of like, I don't know, like maybe rubs in the point a bit more. I mean, maybe it won't. Maybe you're just gonna think, oh, this guy's just ranting. He's angry. But I've been mulling over this. I'll tell you what happened. And I'm not joking. This is a genuine video. I want to genuinely make this video because it is beyond for me now, this game. It is beyond. And I haven't thought about exactly the list of stuff that I want to say, but I have a good idea of what I want to say. So I'm sorry if I'm a bit all over the place, but I've been mulling over this the last couple of days. So yeah, basically the other night I played for about 3 hours in Cyrodiil, and I didn't get any good fights. I didn't get any good fights. And after I closed ESO and was looking at the Steam screen, I just was like, what's the point? Like, because before this would happen, you wouldn't get a fight. Sometimes it would happen, like, but now it's like almost every single time I log on, I don't feel like I'm getting good fights at all. So I just uninstalled. I was like, there's no point, because I feel like I'm gambling with my time. That's the crux of it. I feel like I'm gambling with my time. You know, I wasted 3 hours that night that I could have, you know, been hanging out with friends. I could have been reading a book. I could have been playing another game. I could have been doing music, whatever. I could have been doing something totally unproductive, but it would at least be a little bit more productive than fucking playing Mount Simulator. At least, you know, if I was lying in bed staring at the ceiling, at least I'd have the expectation of lying in bed and staring at the ceiling. Whereas when I play ESO, I have an expectation that I want to get these fights. And when I don't get them, it genuinely feels like gambling. And I don't gamble at all for this reason, because I don't like the feeling. It's horrible. And I'm addicted to ESO. Like, I don't want to beat around the bush. I'm addicted to it. But I'm addicted to gambling time on ESO. That's how it feels like. Ignore the footage, by the way. This is a classic ignore the footage deal, by the way. This is just the last fight I found on my... This was like the last fight I had on stream. I think I die a couple of times. It's fine. Well, it's whatever. Don't worry about it. This is a discussion video. But yeah, that's how it feels like. I feel like I'm gambling time, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this probably feel the same way, that I'm just wasting countless hours on this game looking for fights. And before, you would get these fights, and now you don't. Like, you just don't. And when I run into like a good group to fight, then the fight gets stolen by a fucking, you know, small scale group that comes along. And if I run into like some other people, like they're usually like a 10-man small, you know, you just don't find fights anymore. Like, I don't find them. But that's not the only reason why I've quit ESO, and we're gonna fucking get into it, okay? Because I am kind of fucking seething that I've spent so much time on this game, the more I think about it. Because ESO is not a good game. It's not a good game. Okay, it is a good game. Okay, let's be clear. It's a good game, okay? It's a good game. But it's fucking dog shit, okay? It's fucking dog shit. Because the amount of bugs and the amount of shit that gets put on live, patch after fucking patch, man, is just despicable. It's fraudulent is what it is. I'm not even joking, it's fucking fraudulent. The amount of money that's been spent on this fucking game, and they deliver shit. Patch after patch. No ifs or buts. Patch after patch. Yes, I'm clapping my hands like some Twitter fucking twat. Yeah? And maybe this is a meme video, it's kind of a meme video now, but I'm being serious, and I'm sure you can agree with me that it is fucking fraudulent. It's fraudulent what they put onto live. What they get away with patch after patch, it is not okay. It is not okay. Okay, there are bugs that have been in this game for years. For years. And every patch there's more bugs. And it's not okay. Like, sorry, I thought I'm waiting for someone to get home. I might have to record this in 2 bits because I'm waiting for a friend. Yeah, I have friends. But yeah, it's fucking fraudulent, okay? It's fraudulent. I'm like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, how? Fucking how? Okay, just think about it. Do you get away with just missing large swathes of what your fucking job is at your job? Or would you get fucking sacks? Because I would. I'm about to start training to be a teacher. Imagine if I just decided to not teach 3 of my students every lesson. I'd get sacked. That, you know, it just wouldn't be good enough, isn't it? It's just not good enough. Imagine if I was just like, every term, I'm just, you know, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. But I don't think it's not about this. Because I trust that the amount of developers, I trust that the developers are actually good, okay? I don't know. I don't know if they're good or not, okay? We're going to get onto that in a bit, okay? But Okay. I don't mean to get political, okay? I don't mean to get political, but Zenimax is like sacrificing making good game just to get like quick profit, okay? That's the fucking crux of it. And you can beat around the bush and say, well, they just need to work on this and work on that. No, forget it. They're just trying to fucking thieve your money, mate. Like, they are. That's the crux of it. Because if the problem is that there's not enough people working on fixing these bugs and fixing balance and we'll get onto balance in a bit because it is fucking atrocious, okay? That's the other thing. In fact, no, let's talk about this first. We'll go on to the other thing. We'll get political later, okay? We've had a couple, we'll have had a drink, we'll have had a little talk about it, and then we're gonna get fucking political, okay? Let's talk about balance, because balance right now is the worst. It is fraudulent. Again, it's fraudulent. I don't know how they're getting away with this. It is so bad. And I didn't play the game for like 2 years or so. So like, I don't know if it's the worst it's ever been. So I'm not going to make that statement. But it is like, if I go to Alakir Desert, okay, which is the dueling spot in PCEU, 80% of them are Necros, Magcro or Stamcro. 80% of them are Necros. I think that in and of itself says as much as you need to know. Because some classes are literally useless. They are literally useless. Like Mageblade, okay, we get like Heresia who makes Mageblade works. That's because he's a fucking god tier player, okay? The people that make Mageblades work are doing it because they're good, okay? It is a fucking dog shit class. The only thing it's useful for is 1vx. Okay? Like, there's no point to it. And in PvP, we're talking about, I'm a PvP channel, by the way, FYI. But we can talk about PvE in a bit because it kind of ties into. But people like Heresy make Mageblade work because they're good, okay? They're fucking god tier, okay? Same with Templar. Templar is, oh my god, it's awful. I was fighting the other day Stamcro, who's running like the meta build this patch, which is like Pariah, Alchemist backbar with Fate 2H front bar and Balor. I had 6.8k weapon damage and I was hitting them for 900 jab ticks. 900! My jab like channel on them, I had Balor, I had fucking like 6.8k weapon damage and like 16, 17k penetration. It should be hitting hard. It should be hitting like a truck. And I'm hitting the Stamcrow, who's on just like a regular build for like 3k jab channels, 4k jab channel. It's pathetic. And this is just going through patch after patch, and they keep making these like blanket changes that just have like widened the class gap. Not to be political, but the class gap. No, I'm joking. We'll talk about that later after a drink. They've widened the gap between classes so much, like an unbelievable amount. These huge blanket changes. Just add 1,000 weapon damage. That'll fix it. Just add 1,000 weapon damage to everyone. It'll be fine. That's what they're doing. Yeah, let's just nerf the whole of Battle Spirit. Let's just take all of their healing down, because we can't be fucked to fucking go through and work out what the actual problem is. Because while Templar healing is fucking dog shit, we now have Okay, let me retract that, because it's actually okay this patch because of the minor buffs. But like last patch, it was awful, okay? Last patch, it was really bad. I feel bad now because there was actually some nice changes there. But these blanket changes are not... They're not okay. Like, I'm so fed up of... And some people are saying things like... And they even state themselves, like, we're going to work on performance. We're going to work on performance for like the next year or so. And we're not going to like sort out balance. So why were they making all these changes? Why were they making these changes in the first place? Half-arsing these things and basically absolutely destroying the balance. Like, it's unbelievable. It's so bad. And people say things like, well, class balance doesn't matter when the game doesn't work. But, okay, class balance is the one thing they can fucking control. It's the one thing they can control. So, like to me, it's like the one thing they can actually control, and they can't even do that. And I don't know if this is a problem. I don't know where the problem lies here, okay? Because I'm not a developer. I don't know like what happens in their meetings. I don't work with Zenimax. I'm not in contact with anyone from Zenimax, so I don't know like where this problem lies. Like, they could. But that they could purely just be incompetent at their jobs, because I don't know what that. Just get fucking Dust PK to look at the patch notes and be like, I'm gonna exploit that. You know, get fucking, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't understand how they think some of the changes they put through are okay. Like, the health recovery misform build existed for so long, and I saw. Yeah, I saw the patch notes when they like buffed Alessian. I was like, because I was doing like health recovery with Alessian like when it was 1% before. I had some stupid. It had no damage at the time. I was messing around, but I remember I did like a Alessian pariah thing when the Alessian was only 1%. I can't remember the tooltip, but they buffed it by double. They buffed it to 2%. Your resistances are now health recovery or whatever. I remember thinking, shit, I can bring back the build. And then they added Bait and Zahn and all that shit, and you could like make this massive fucking can't get killed misform health recovery build. How did they not see that coming? Like, get someone to look at it. I don't know. I don't know what they need to do, but look, I'm not a developer, so these are the things I can't comment on. Because I don't know the meetings and blah blah blah, so I don't want to hang up too much on the balance. But the bugs, okay, let's go back to the bugs, because patch after patch there are unbelievable bugs, and bugs that existed in the PTS that make it to live. How it is a public test server where you test for the bugs and then you fix them. That's what it's for. That's literally the entire point of it. And yet patch after patch after patch after patch for like 6 years now, there's bugs in the PTS that make it to live. Why? Why am I wasting time on this game that they don't give a shit about? But this is where we get political. Because they are just making quick money. Because the solution to this might be, genuinely, it might be that they need to hire like 1 or 2 more people to fix bugs or to code properly or to do whatever. Or hire, more recognizable code. I don't know. I'm not a fucking coder, but this is just basic workplace shit, right? You keep getting bugs in your game. Hire someone who's good at fixing bugs. Pay someone more who's like definitely a more experienced coder or whatever. I don't know. Like, this is just basic work stuff, right? But I guarantee that the reason they don't do that is because it would, lower the profit margins. It would lower the profit margins. It would and the fucking dividends, the people, all the shareholders are on the lines going, no, don't hire someone else. The game can stay shit, because they don't give a shit about the game. They don't care. And this isn't just Zenimax. This is the entirety of the games industry, and pretty much the entirety of fucking everything you do now. This is where it gets political, okay? This is fucking everything you do now. Everything's been commodified to such an extent. Like, nothing's... Like, anyone who plays games can see that game companies just do anything to do the minimum amount of work with the maximum amount of profit. EA are like the absolute fundamental example of this. If you can't see this, then I don't know what to say to you. You're a lost cause. I'm sorry. I think every single person who plays games, who's in a video game community, can see this. If they have a game they love, like ESO, and they see this happening in front of their eyes, because ESO will not fix anything. They keep giving out they keep making these super expensive houses, super expensive mounts, and thieving our money. And essentially making a shit game. The game's bad now. ESO is a bad game now. The gameplay's the gameplay's fun, but it's a shit game. It really is a bad game. Like, you shouldn't be playing it. Tell me, if you weren't just addicted to ESO, would you play it? Be honest with yourself. If you weren't addicted, genuinely addicted, would you play it? Is it a good game? It's not. It's really not. Because the shit they get away with is unparalleled. I've never seen it before. I've never seen anything like it before. The shit they get away with. It is appalling. It is actually appalling. Fuck me, 18 minutes through the video now. But I've got more to say. Because this is happening in the whole games industry. And it's not just happening in the games industry. It's happening in the fucking sports industry. It's happening in the music industry. It's happening fucking everywhere. Everything's been commodified to such an extent that it's genuinely making, like, games worse, music different. It's changing the shape of community and communication with people, the game could be so good, but it's not, because they're just trying to turn over quick profits. It's fucking things up. I do music. Do you know, for instance, that pop producers and musicians will go out intentionally to try and make, like, shorter songs, because Spotify doesn't pay per length, like, time listened. It pays per stream. So if you have a 1 minute song, a 2 minute song, that's going to get repeated more, and therefore you get more money. Things like this. The commodification of music is, like, changing fundamentally what music sounds like. Like, fundamentally. So when you go and you talk about, music isn't good anymore, where's all, like, the Queen with their Bohemian Rhapsody? Bohemian Rhapsody can't exist anymore. Someone couldn't make, like, a really well-written, lengthy tune, because it's not profitable anymore. It's not profitable. And in sports, the Super League and all this, if you're in Europe, maybe not if you're American, you might not have seen about this. I don't know how far it reached, but the Super League, the super rich leeching money off a game which is supposed to be about people. It's the people's game. It's the working person's game. Fuck me, this isn't even about ESO anymore, is it? But, you know, this has been happening for years now. Owners don't care about their football clubs and they're just trying to make a quick profit. But it's happening in the games industry. It's happening at Zenimax. This is why ESO is so dog shit, because they don't care. They don't care unless they get the fucking paycheck. And I'm done with it. I can't play this anymore. I can't play this anymore. Like, it's beyond the stuff they get away with. I cannot emphasize enough how angry it makes me. I think it's because this is the first patch that I've played the PTS. This is the first patch that I've played the PTS, so I saw firsthand the bugs coming into the game that were definitely there in the PTS, like the change. And they're not just little bugs. It's not just like, you know, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it's not little bugs. Sometimes you look funny on your screen or whatever. It's game-changing bugs, like having to change or take off your gear and put it back on again every zone. Block bug. What? How did they let that happen? And how has it taken so long to fix? How did they let that happen? It's game-changing bugs, and it's just not okay. It's not okay. If this was any other profession in any other thing, I would say, you know, they get this. You know, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, man. It's beyond me. I just don't know how they allow this to happen. And quite genuinely, the solution might be that they need a bigger team to work on it. That's genuinely could be the case. But they won't do that because that's going to eat. Think about the amount of fucking money they must be making, right? Thinking about the amount of money they must be making. The amount of streams I go into where they're doing some stupid crown giveaway or some stupid crate opening or whatever. Why? Why? Well, why for one, but also the amount of people that must be doing that and the amount of money that Zenimax must be making off of that, off of what is gambling. Let's not beat around the bush, it's gambling. I mean, you know, I'm not Christian, so people can gamble. No, I don't like gambling. I think it's thieving. Yeah. But we won't have another political thing. We won't have another political thing. I do have a beer though. But the amount of money that they must be making, right? And they won't fix it. They won't fix it. And it is now at a point where before, like 6 months ago, I would say if a friend said, "How's ESO? Should I play ESO?" I would say something along the lines of like, "It's a good game. It's a bit buggy, but it's a good game and it's really fun. It's a really fun game." Because at the heart of it is a really fun game. You know, we fell in love with the game for a reason. But now, if someone asked me, "Should I play ESO?" I would say absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Do not play this shit game because it is a bad game. It is a bad game. Like, it's not a good game. It's not. It's not a good game. Stop telling yourself it's a good game. It's not. It's bad. You think the questing is good? You think the questing is good? Fucking plant 3 things in the field. Stock these 5 rune stones. And then you go to the rune stone and press X and it goes, eh, and has some shit animation. It's not. Like, just, if you want to quest, play Skyrim. If you want to quest, play Witcher. I don't know. It's just an addiction. This whole game's just a gambling. Whether you're doing PvE or PvP, you know, getting the best time on the thing, making the most money, trying to get the best fights. It's just gambling. Honestly, it is. And I can't play it anymore. I'm sorry, I just can't play it anymore. I think that's it. We're now 25 minutes, 24 minutes. So I think I'm gonna wrap up, but I think that generally covers like why I can't play this game anymore, because it's just beyond now. It's just beyond. And I told you it was a serious video. We had some laughs, we had little bits of fun, right? But it was a serious video, okay? I made some points, okay? She snaps this. So yeah. I will say this though, I'm obviously going to carry on streaming. And maybe I will play ESO again, but this has just been on. No, I won't. I don't know. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube and say it. I am not playing ESO again. If you come onto my stream and I'm playing ESO, you say, Ed, get off. You're addicted. Get off. Because I won't be playing it for fun. I'll be playing it out of addiction. Genuinely, I will be playing it for addiction. I can't feed this addiction, and it's genuinely an addiction. It's unhealthy for me. The amount I get done when I'm not playing ESO, when I've uninstalled ESO, I get so much fucking done. I've never been addicted to a game like this. And it's not because it's fun. It used to be fun. I used to be addicted because it was fun. But it's not. It's not fun. It's a bad game. It's got so many bugs. They don't care. They don't give a shit. The balance is bad. They're not going to fix performance. They won't spend any money on the game whilst we keep spending fucking shitloads on it. I don't know how much fucking money I've spent on it, but I don't want to see. And it's a bad game. It's fundamentally a bad game. Like, straight up. But, yeah, sorry, back to the point. That was a synopsis of my points. Obviously, I'm going to stream. I'm recording this right now because I'm in the middle of downloading Chivalry 2. I'm very excited to play it. I'm going to put the Stamplar build. If you are still playing ESO, I'm going to put my Stamplar build in a build editor link in the description. I was going to make like a build video, but obviously I don't have it installed, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put the link in the video. I don't know if it's the best you're going to get this patch because it's still quite early in the patch, but I think it's a pretty well-rounded build. And yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. And I'm sure a lot of what I said has resonated with a lot of people. Okay, this is the last political thing, okay? Maybe you're thinking, this is the last bit, okay? This is the last bit, I promise this is the last bit. Maybe you're thinking, of course they're trying to make money. That makes sense for Zenimax as a business, from a business perspective. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point I'm making, is that we live in such a scuffed system that prioritizes money so much, to the point that it's destroying things that are important. I just farted, I hope that didn't pick up on the microphone. It's destroying things that are important to us. You know, it's destroying family values even, it's destroying community. You know, people that, oh fuck me, all these people on the internet, on weird YouTube videos that say things like, the campus liberal, the college liberals are destroying family values. No, they're not. Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? College liberals. I went to university, okay? And if you're one of these people, you're going to be pleased to hear from me firsthand that the influence of college liberals it doesn't stretch beyond the campus, okay? It's nothing. It's zero, zilch. Okay? They do shit all, okay? They don't do anything apart from, they serve no purpose apart from enabling shitheads like Steven Crowder to do weird gotcha dyed hair videos or whatever the fuck he does online. That's their only purpose, okay? And you're saying that they destroyed family values or whatever. They didn't destroy family values. Fucking capitalism did, to be honest. They packaged it all up and then sold it back up to us. Look at Christmas, look at Easter, look at pretty much any like celebration that was about community, about family, about people that exists. It's just being packaged up and sold to us. That's the crux of it, and that's what's happening with Zenimax, okay? I've quit ESO because of capitalism. Are you happy? Are you happy? Because I certainly am, to be honest. I feel on top of the fucking world. So that's the video. That's it. I might be streaming as we speak, probably Chivalry 2. And I'm going to become the best Chivalry 2 player. No, I'm not. I can't. I don't have the mental energy to actually get good at any games anymore. So, yeah, that's it. Just under half an hour. Maybe a little bit more if I've edited some stuff in. Yeah, have a good... Have a good evening. See ya.